Welcome, Cyclone fans, to another broadcast of Cyclone Athletics. It is Tuesday, October 3rd, and we're here at Harlan Community High School Gym, where your Cyclones are getting ready to take on the Saints from St. Albert. It was a triangular night here at Harlan Community High School, where earlier this evening the Cyclones played host to Glenwood. Glenwood then played St. Albert, and now it's the Cyclones' turn to play St. Albert. Entering tonight's contest, the Harlan Community Cyclones have a match record of 9 wins, 17 losses, and are 3-5 in conference play. The Saints from St. Albert are 16-13 on the year and 3-3 in conference play. One thing St. Albert does is pass the ball very, very well. They have a back row libero, junior Ellie Monahan, that whether it's serve, receive, or digging the attacks and kill attempts from their opponent, she does very well. They have a 6'4" Missy Evzik that is a blocker up front. Their leading hitter, number 5, Georgie Benet, with 161 kills on the season, followed up by Caitlin Hedricks with 83 and Naomi Sherrill with 80. Missy Evzik has 20 blocks to lead St. Albert. Meanwhile, on the Cyclone side of the net, they're led in hitting by Erica Russ with 111 kills, Aubrey Sweezow with 105, and Samantha Einesen with 97. Should be in for a good one here tonight. Each team's got multiple hitters at the net. Got some height for some defensive blocking. Each team is a good serving team. I think it's going to get down to unforced errors and serve, receive, and passing the ball from the back row. So we'll see who can do the best job of that tonight, but should be in for a good one here tonight with Hawkeye 10 action from Harlan Community High School Gym, where your Cyclones getting ready to play host to the Saints.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keast Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa. Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Cool Gold 105.3 FM, Tano D in Harlan, Iowa.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment, including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
Well, welcome back, Cyclone fans. Getting ready for the first serve here tonight in Hawkeye 10 action of play, where your Cyclones of Harlan Community taking on the Saints from St. Albert. Number 12, Naomi Sherrill with the first serve. Going to be a tip at the net, blocked by St. Albert. Now they're on the attack. And that's going to be a kill by number 5, Georgie Benet, their leading attacker with 161 kills on the year. And St. Albert takes the first point of the match, 1-0. Cyclones are in a back set to Sammy Einesen. She tips it over the net. Cyclones going to have a push over there by Hope Preston. See if the Cyclones can get back into system. It's going to be a free ball over, and it's going to be over but out of bounds. Point to the Saints, 2-0. Cheryl still at the service line, and she serves one into the net for unforced error, point number 1 for St. Albert. 2-1 Saints over the Cyclones as Sammy Einison rotates back to serve for the Cyclones. A cross-court kill attempt, partially blocked by the Cyclones. An attempt to get the ball pushed up towards the net. The ball goes in it, and the point goes to St. Albert. 3-1 is the score. And their serve receive error again on the Cyclones. They struggled in the first match against Glenwood on some serve receive passing. See if they can get that turned around here in this match. Sammy Einison from the back row. Yeah, it looked like it was off the head of Grace Christensen for a Cyclone kill and point. 4-2 Saints. As Ava Munson rotates back to serve for Harlan Community. And that one's in. Oh! That one, I wish we had replay there. That's looked in. So the point goes to St. Albert, 5-2. Erica Rust with the tip there at the net. Ellie Monahan picking it up for St. Albert. And then a kill by Georgie Benet. St. Albert takes a 4-point lead, 6-2. There's an overpass by the Cyclones now. St. Albert going to town. Cyclones will just get that over. The roll shot from Schwiezow. Evzek now kill. Nice dig by Hope Preston. Schwiezow gets it over for Harlan Community. Free ball over by the Saints. See if the Cyclones can get in system here. And they go right to Schwiezow, and she is able to get the kill and point for the Cyclones. 6-3 in favor of the Saints. Carly Tornaton into the lineup and service line, and Carly with the ace serve gets the Cyclones within 2 at 6-4. Little roll shot over by Saints, and now all of a sudden the Cyclones are going to go to Aubrey Schwiezow, and her attempt is just long out of bounds. 7-4 Saints. Cyclones go a short set to Erica Rust. And that is long out of bounds. 8-4. Cyclones were down 4, cut it to 2, and now down 4 again. Cyclones gonna go try and get the ball pushed over the net there, and it goes into the net by Mueller, so another point goes to St. Albert. That's 5 unforced error points given up by Harlan Community, and they're down by 5, 9-4. Back set to Aubrey Schwiezow. She hammers a cross-court kill attempt. There's one blocked at the net by Schwiezow and Rust for the point. 9-5 is the score. Cyclones within 4. Emerson Reichel into the lineup now for the Cyclones. And there's an ace serve by Reichel. The back row of St. Albert almost looked like they went to sleep there a little bit. Neither one of the back row players made an attempt to go after it. Cyclones within 3 at 9-6, and there's one that was about to go long, but then number 8, Maddie Walter, decided to go after it, and she can't get that one in. St. Albert has seen enough. They're going to sub in somebody else to the back row. That's number 5, Georgie Bernay, getting into the Saints lineup as the Cyclones are within 2 at 9-7. And there's another ace serve by Reichel. Emerson Reichel has the Cyclones back within 1. Cyclones were down 4, 6-2. Then made a little bit of a comeback, then got down by 4 again, 8-4. And now have worked themselves all the way back to down 1, 9-8. So a little 4-point rally run here by Harlan Community in this first set of Hawkeye 10 volleyball action. So out of the timeout, it will be Cyclone serve as Emerson Reichel at the service line. Cyclones trailing by 1, 9-8. Cyclones are already out of the huddle, and St. Albert's going to take every second they can of the timeout to try and break the momentum that the Cyclones have started here. 4 or 5 points ago to get back within 1 here in this opening set. Emerson Reichel with the serve. There's going to be a cross-court kill attempt that is out long, and the Cyclones have fought back on a 5-point run here to tie things up at 9 apiece. They were down 9-4. 5-point run has things all tied up here in set 1 at 9-9. Saints are going to go cross-court to number 12, Naomi Sherrill. 5'9" freshman with the kill. And St. Albert is going to regain the lead, 10-9. Here in set number 1 is number 17, Ellie Monahan. The junior libero rotates back to serve. Outside attempt. And they're going to say ball didn't go over the net, went into the net there on the attack of Sammy Einesen. She tried cutting it across the court there. She saw the double block coming. Rust from the middle. And she hits it wide out of bounds. 11-9. Cyclones trail by, 12-9. Einesen off the block. 12-10 is the score. Somewhere the scoreboard came up with a phantom point there as we were moving along, but it's 12-10 Saints. Henricks with the kill from the middle hitter position. 13-9. Or 13-10, 13-10. Saints by 3. Number 4, Ellie Klusman back to serve for St. Albert. See if the Cyclones can get a pass up to that front row and attack. And there's Ava Munson with the tip, but Henricks right there to put a hand on it. Cyclones again into attack mode, and there was a push over to that back row, and now an outside attack by St. Albert. Cyclones in system here. And there's a tip by Ava Munson, and smart play by Munson. Saw the open little donut area there and tips it right into that spot for a kill and Cyclone point. And Harlan Community is within 2 13-11. Cyclones rolling here now in set number 1. Got some momentum going, and see if they can continue to build on that. It'll be just a free ball over, and there's a Cyclone point as number 10, Molly Weiss, hit it up into the rafters, giving Harlan Community the score on that one. 13-12, St. Albert by 1. There's going to be an ace serve by Mueller, and that gets things tied up at 13 apiece. See if the Cyclones can have things rolling here. They've gone on a 9-4 run on the Saints. It's going to be a free ball over. See what the Cyclones can do here. They're going to get it to Einesen on a little short set, little double hitter action. They're going to go right to Sammy Einesen, and Sammy Einesen with the kill. And the Cyclones have the lead, 14-13 in set number 1. Cyclones got things going here. And going to be just a roll shot over by St. Albert. Cyclones in system. Here's Hope Preston. And Hope Preston, and there's a touch over here at the net, giving the Cyclones the point. And the Cyclones with a 2-point lead, 15-13. Cyclones rolling here at home over the Saints from St. Albert. Ava Munson with some good reaction there at the pushover by St. Albert. Cyclones going to try and go in system. They're going to go a little pushover by Harlan Community. Cyclones are going to set up Sammy Einesen. A nice block at the net there by St. Albert. And there's a block by the Cyclones. Cyclones wanted 4 touches. Cyclones in system again, and there's Sammy Einesen. They're going to say that was touched by St. Albert. Good little rally going on here by both teams. That's up in the rafters. A little roll shot by Hope Preston. Battle going on here for this point. And they're going to say that Ava Munson was in the net. So the points given up there, 15-14. Cyclones still with a 1-point advantage here in set number 1. Cyclones doing a good job of getting the ball passed up to the setter, and their Cyclones are going after the multi-faceted offense. And there's Ava Munson with the kill. Lots of options up there up front with Ava Munson, Hope Preston, Sammy Einesen, and now into the lineup for Harlan Community, Aubrey Schwiezow, as the Cyclones have a 2-point lead, 16-14. Sammy Einesen back to serve for the Cyclones. Nice serve to the back row. There's just going to be a free ball over by St. Albert. Little short set to Schwiezow. And it's a kill by the Cyclones, and Aubrey Schwiezow off the short set from Mueller there. And that was all that number 9, Caitlin Hendricks, could handle. The Cyclones lead by 3, 17-14. Sammy Einesen with a nice serve to that back row again on the attack, and it's wide, out of bounds. Cyclones with the lead, 18-14. Cyclones by 4. They were once down by 4 a couple different times, and now they're up by 4. Einesen again with a nice serve to that back row. St. Albert on the attack from the outside. Ava Munson with the little tip shot. Cyclones keeping it alive. They're going to go outside to Aubrey Schwiezow. She hit, and that hit the antenna. Point goes to St. Albert, but the Cyclones still maintain the lead at 18-15. 3-point Cyclone lead. I have a substitution coming in for the Saints as number 9, Caitlin Hendricks, rotates back to serve for the visitors. We'll pass up to the front row. Back set to Ava Munson. Ava Munson puts a good swing on it. Now cross-court kill attempt and off the block finds the little void, giving St. Albert a point. But Harlan Community still maintaining a lead here at 18-16. They lead by 2. Henricks at the service line for the Saints. You're going to go to Sweezow, and off the tip. Off the touch, it is a point for Harlan Community. Nice swing by Aubrey Sweezow. 19 for the Cyclones, 16 for the Saints. 3-point lead here in set number 1. I'd like to see that first team to 20, as oftentimes that first team to 20 ends up being victorious. Ava Munson with the nice little serve. Going to be a little roll shot over. Cyclones in system. And they're going to go to the back row attack to Sammy Einesen. Roll shot over by Muellers. Now the Saints are going to try and get at it in the middle. And middle hitter there. Number 7, Kylie Wiesack gets the kill for the Saints. 19-17. Cyclones by 2. Number 1, Lily Cron back to serve. The rest were checking something at the score table, but we're good to go. 19-17, Cyclones by 2. It's going to be a little roll shot over by Rust. Saints going to go outside attack, and that is number 5. There's Georgie Benet, their leading hitter, with the point. 19-18, Cyclones by 1. Cyclones are going to short set Rust. Dug by Monahan. It's going to be a free ball over, and that's out of bounds. Unforced error point by St. Albert given to the Cyclones, and they're at 20-18. Cyclones lead by 2, and here comes Carly Tornaton into the lineup for the Cyclones. In the middle, nice block by Erica Rust. And then Erica tried getting another tip on it, and it's going to fall down on the Cyclone side of the net. Cyclones by 1, 20-19. Missy Evzek, number 15, at 6'4", there in the middle, facing off against the Cyclone 6-foot middle blocker, Erica Rust. And that ball hits the tape and falls over on the Cyclone side of the net, and we are tied up at 20 apiece. So just as the Cyclones came roaring back with some momentum, and they led up to a few points ago at 18-14, now all of a sudden St. Albert has mounted some momentum and a little run themselves and have tied it up at 20 apiece. Cyclones in system. They're going to go to Erica Rust, and Erica Rust tips it to the back row. Smart play there by Erica, just getting it into that back row void, and gives the Cyclones the 1-point lead at 21-20. Emerson Reichel comes in to serve. There's a little bit of an overpass, and that one barely gets over. Now the Cyclones are going to get it to Sammy Einesen. Dug up there by St. Albert. Evzek has hers blocked. Ellie Monahan gets it over for the Saints. Both teams a little bit out of system here. There's a nice kill by Macy Mueller. And there's a point for the Cyclones, 22-20. Cyclones by 2 here in set number 1. Cyclones trying to take this opening set here in Hawkeye 10 action of play against the visitors. Going to be an outside attack, blocked at the net. And they're going to say that was 4 touches. that it went into the net and not off the block. So the Cyclones take a 3-point lead, 23-20 over the Saints from St. Albert. Timeout taken by St. Albert, so we want to take a timeout and thank our fine sponsors for making this live broadcast come to you. And those being United Bank of Iowa, Cyclone Lanes, KNOD Radio, Keist Auto Center, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Polly Jones Funeral Home, Conductix Wampler, Shelby County State Bank, Hanson House Senior Living, and the Peterson Family Wellness Center, and the Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. So out of the timeout, the Cyclones have a 3-point lead here in set number 1. They also have the serve and the momentum. So out of the timeout, we'll see what old Emerson Reichel can do here. And that one's going to be in for an ace serve. That was number 12, Naomi Sherrill. She didn't know whether to go after it or get out of the way. And she either got out of the way or just whiffed. It gives the Cyclones the point at 24-20. Set point number 1 here for the Cyclones. It's just going to be a roll shot over. See if the Cyclones in system. They're going to go right to Sammy Einesen. And she hits it down, and Sammy Einesen with the kill. And the Cyclones take set number 1 from the Saints from St. Albert, 25-20. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with second set action of play. You're watching Cyclone Volleyball on HLTV, Channel 15. Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Getting ready for a second set action of play as the Cyclones took set number 1, 25-20 from the Saints from St. Albert. Best out of 5 here tonight in Hawkeye 10 action of play, and that is number 9, Kaylin Hendricks with the kill for St. Albert. Cyclones in system. Cyclones are going to get called for 2 touches there. Unforced error point by the Cyclones. 2-0 Saints over the Cyclones. And that's going to be a point from Hope Preston from the middle hitter position there. Cyclones trail 2-1. Ava Munson back to serve now for the Cyclones. And that one's going to be in. Oh, look, he was on the line there. It's called out. Cyclones trail 3-1. Number 1, Lily Cron back to serve for St. Albert. Erica Russ getting that over for the Cyclones. Sammy Einesen with a back row attack. Aubrey Suiza tried tipping it over the top of the block, and she did, but tipped it a little wide out of bounds. 4-1 St. Albert with the lead. Aubrey Suiza off the short set and kill. Cyclones within 2 at 4-2. Carly Tornaton rotates in to serve for Harlan Community. Little roll shot. It's going to find an opening there for St. Albert. 5-2 in favor of the Saints. Saints got out to a early lead there in set one. Cyclones came storming back to take the lead, and there's an unforced error point by St. Albert. 5-3, Cyclones within 2. Emerson Reichel comes into the lineup now to serve. Nice serve to the deep back row there, and that's going to be Ellie Monahan getting it over. And then all of a sudden, here's Mueller with the dump kill there from the setter position. 5-4. Cyclones within 1. Nice serve by Emerson Reichel. A little cross-court attack. Cyclones can't come up with the block. It goes out of bounds. That was number 12, Naomi Sherrill with the kill. 6-4 Saints. And Monahan back to serve now for the visitors. And there's going to be an ace serve for Monahan. 7-4 St. Albert. Going to be a free ball over here by the Cyclones. Henricks with the tip at the net. Cyclones going to go right to Erica Rust. St. Albert keeping it alive. They're going to go back set to Erica Rust. She hits it just long out of bounds. Point to St. Albert, 8-4. Sammy Einesen with a cross-court kill. The attempt dug by Monahan, and then there's a block at the net. Free ball over. See what the Cyclones can do here in system. They're going to go outside to Sammy Einesen, and she hits it down the line for a point. Sammy Einesen with a nice swing there, and it's 8-5. Cyclones trail by 3 as Cami Stork rotates back to serve. There's a point for Ava Munson. Again, she saw a spot there just open up in the defense and made a smart play by just tipping it right into that open area for the point. Cyclones within 2 at 8-6. Nice serve there by Cami Stork. Back set to Evzik. Cyclones keeping it in play. And that was an overpass and on the other side of the net was Hendricks waiting for it. And she gets the kill. 9-6 is the St. Albert lead. Number 4, Ella Klusman to serve for the Saints. And there's Ava Munson with the attack. That's going to be 4 touches as number 12, Naomi Sherrill, hits it into the net. (9-7) is the score. Cyclones trying to mount some momentum here. They trail by 2 on the scoreboard, but they're up 1-0. They're going to back set to Hope Preston. Going to be some trouble there for St. Albert as it gets passed into the net. The Cyclones within 1 at 9-8. And there's going to be an ace serve by Mueller to tie things up at 9 apiece. Cyclones were down 4 at 8-4, and they've made a 5-1 run here in set number 2. And there's an overpass by the Saints, and Sammy Heineson says, "Thank you very much." And she tips it down for the kill, and now the Cyclones have the lead at 10-9. A little brief timeout there to tie a shoe, and now we're back ready for play. Monahan with the back row attack. Cyclones in system, and they're going to go to Sammy Eineson. Nice job there by Stork to keep it alive, and then good little battle, and the Cyclones turn the point over to St. Albert, and it's tied up at 10 apiece. Nice little rally point there by both teams, but it does go to St. Albert, and things are tied up 10-10. And there's going to be a kill by Mueller. She got it over. St. Albert tried digging it, but it goes out of bounds. And the Cyclones regain the lead at 11-10. Sammy Eineson, senior for the Cyclones, back to the service line. Saints go outside, and there's a block at the net by Hope Preston and Ava Munson. And the Cyclones are up 2 at 12-10. Sammy keep things rolling here. See if she keeps serve it deep to that back row. And there it goes. Saints are going to go outside. Here's Hope Preston, and that's going to be 4 touches as she didn't get it over, hit the tape. Cyclones still with the lead at 12-11. Henricks back to serve for St. Albert. There's going to be a bit of an overpass. St. Albert in system here. There's a little half swing at it. Gets it into the Cyclone void, and it ties things up at 12 apiece. Henricks with the serve. Cyclone's going to go to Aubrey Schwiezow. And Aubrey Schwiezow gets the kill as St. Albert couldn't keep it alive on their side of the net. And the Cyclones back to a 1-point lead, 13-12. Ava Munson now to serve for the Cyclones. Little back set. Cyclones get that dug. They're keeping it alive. Schwiezow is going to roll shot it over up into the rafters almost a little bit. Pushed over. Cyclones in system. And that's going to go to Erica Rust. And Erica gets the tip and point. 14-12. Smart play there by Erica. She had the double block looking her right in the face. And instead of taking a big swing at it, she decides just to get a little tip and comes away with the point. And there's service error by the Cyclones. 14-13. Cyclones still lead by 1 on the scoreboard. They are up 1-0 and are up by 1 here in set number 2, 14-13. Serve receive error, unforced error by the Cyclones, ties things up at 14 apiece. As Lily Cron is serving for the Saints. And there's a bunch of tipping around there at the net. Cyclones now finally get it over to the back row. They're going to set Evzik, and she hits it into the net. And the Cyclones say, thank you very much, we'll take that freebie. And they take a 1-point lead, 15-14. As Carly Tornaton comes back into the Cyclone lineup. Carly with the serve. Mizzy Evzik off the Cyclone block. They're going to go to Sweezow. Sweezow has it blocked, and then the Cyclones can't handle it off the block and hit it out of bounds. And it is tied up again at 15-15 here in the second set. And number 5, Georgie Benet to serve. Nice block at the net by the Cyclones, pushed over by St. Albert. And now Erica Rust with the push. Roll shot over by St. Albert. Cyclones in system, and they're going to go outside to Aubrey Schwiezow down the line. And Schwiezow with the point and puts the Cyclones back on top, 16-15. Emerson Reichel into the lineup now to serve for Harlan Community. Nice serve there by Reichel. Gets it in the back row. It's going to be a free ball over by St. Albert. Cyclones going to now get it to Rust on the little slide move, causing problems for St. Albert. And that's Monahan that does get it over. Cyclones push it back over to the back row. Evzik at the net. They're going to go to Sammy Einesen. And Sammy Einesen tips it outside the antenna there and ties it back up at 16 apiece. Nice hustle play by the Cyclones, and Sammy Einesen gets it over for Harlan Community. And dig now by Cami Stork, and a kill by Erica Rust. Nice play there by the Cyclones of keeping that alive. Nice dig, and then by keeping it alive by Einesen, then nice dig by Stork, and then finishing off with a kill by Rust, and the Cyclones lead 17-16. Einesen at the net and a kill. 18-16. Cyclones by 2. Cami Stork rotates back to serve for the Cyclones. Henricks with the little roll shot. Cyclones just push it over, causing a little trouble there. It's going to be outside attack, blocked at the net. Cyclones keep it alive. Ball drops there in the back row, giving St. Albert the point, 18-17. Cyclones lead by 1. And number 4 waiting to serve, Ella Klusman for the Saints. And there's an overpass, and there's a nice kind of little back set by Mueller, and right there for it was Sammy Einesen, and she makes a little tip play, so a lot of finesse there by the Cyclones at the net to take a 2-point lead, 19-17. There's an ace serve by Mueller for the Cyclones to take now a 3-point lead at 20-17. Your Cyclones got it rolling here in set number 2. And St. Albert wants to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout to tell you all about those fine sponsors for making this live broadcast come to you. Those being Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex, Hanson House Senior Living, Shelby County State Bank, Conductix Wampler, Polly Jones Funeral Home, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Keast Auto Center, KNOD Radio, Cyclone Lanes and United Bank of Iowa. So out of the timeout, Cyclones will have the lead 20-17. And the serve, and they have a one-set lead over the Saints. So we'll see if the Cyclones can keep things going here in set number 2. Things were tied up at 16 apiece. Cyclones have outscored St. Albert 4-1. Cyclones have gone on some runs here, both in set number 1 and set number 2. Free ball over for St. Albert. See what the Cyclones can do here. They're in system, and it's a hammer down. Oh, and a nice play by St. Albert. Cyclones push it over to the deep corner. There's Hendricks with the push. Cyclones in system, and they're going to go right to Ava Munson. Scramble by St. Albert. A little tip at the net. Cyclones are there. It's going to be a free ball over Sammy Einesen on the line. It's good. Sammy Einesen with the point, 21-17. Cyclones with the 4-point lead. Nice dig there by Stork. They're going to go out to Einesen, and Einesen, ooh, nice job there by Hope Preston. Cyclones on the attack here offensively. And a tip there by Sammy. Cyclones back in system. They're going to go to Hope Preston, and Hope Preston gets the kill from the right side. The left-hander with the point, 22-17. Harlan Community 5-point lead as the Cyclones got it rolling here in set number 2. St. Albert's taking another timeout here to try and break the momentum that the Cyclones got going. Cyclones early on trailed by 3 and then trailed by 4 at 8-4. And then they tied things up at 9 apiece, and since then have not looked back as they lead by 5 here in set number 2, 22-17 in Hawkeye 10 play here from Harlan Community High School Gym. Okay, out of the timeout, Cyclones 5-point lead, 22-17 with the serve. They go to Hendricks, and it's blocked at the net there by Munson off the rafters. Monahan keeps it in play. A roll shot. Cyclones keeping it alive. Hope Preston with a nice push over there by the Cyclones. Kill attempt blocked at the net and out of bounds. And that is number 12, Naomi Sherrill with the kill. 22-18. Cyclones still with the lead by 4. As number 12, Sherrill rotates back to serve for the visitors. Cyclones doing a good job of passing the ball here, and they do again. There's Ava Munson with the tip. Cyclones able to stay in system. Cyclones going to try and keep this alive. There's Ava Munson with the free ball over. Now St. Albert's going to get it to Hendricks. A little push over by Einesen, and now the leading hitter for St. Albert, and that was Benet with the kill attempt, but the Cyclones say, not in our gym, and it was Sammy Einesen with the tip and point. 23-18, Cyclones by 5. And Sammy Einesen rotates back to the service line for the Cyclones. The senior sends it to the back row. Nice serve there by Sammy. Hendricks now with the kill attempt down the line, and it's good. Hendricks with the point, 23-19. Cyclones by 4, and Hendricks rotates back to serve now for the Saints. Unforced error point by the Cyclones there. 23-20 is the score. Cyclones by 3. Cyclones going to go to Aubrey Schwiezow. Cross-court attack dug by the Saints. Cyclones keeping it alive. There's Ava Munson with the back set over. Be a tip at the net. Aubrey Schwiezow with a nice block. Free ball over by the Saints. Cyclones at the net get it to Ava Munson, and a kill by Ava Munson. 24-20. Cyclones by 4 at set point here in set number 2. And Ava Munson back at the service line for Harlan Community. Little float serve to the back row, passed up to the setter. Now all of a sudden Benet hammers one down for a point. 24-21, Cyclones still by 3. Lily Cron now serving for the Saints. They're going to go to Erica Rust. Erica Rust with the hammer and then the block. And Erica Rust comes away with the block and point, giving the Cyclones set 2 victory, 25-21. So Harlan Community won set number 1, 25-20, and they take set number 2, 25-21. So we'll be back with more Cyclone Volleyball. You're watching Cyclone Activities on HLTV Channel 15.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Getting ready for set number 3 in this Hawkeye 10 matchup between your Harlan Community Cyclones and the Saints from St. Albert. It's a best out of 5 here tonight from Harlan Community High School gym. In conference play, Cyclones took set number 1, 25-20. And they took set number 2, 25-21. So to start set 3, it is number 12, Naomi Sherrill, to start things off serving for the visitors. It's dug by Cammie Stork. Now on the attack is Benet for the Saints. And the Saints score first, 1-0. Cyclones got off to a slow start in each one of those 2 sets, but then generated some momentum, came back and took the lead and didn't relinquish, and came away with victories in both first and second sets. And there's a service error on St. Albert, and the Cyclones tie things up at 1 apiece. Back to serve now for the Cyclones senior, Sammy Einesen. Nice serve there by Sammy. Benet with the cross-court kill attack, and there's a pushover by the Cyclones. Henricks on the kill attempt, and now Schwiezow. Schwiezow went after, but went in the net and gives the point to St. Albert at 2-1. Henricks now with the serve. Nice pass by Cammie Stork. Cross-court attack by Schwiezow. They're going to go to Hope Preston over there. Hope Preston again. And they're going to say 4 touches as that one didn't clear the net. 3-1 Saints. Saints got off to a 4-1 lead on the Cyclones in both set number 1 and set number 2, and then Cyclones got on fire and got things going in both of those to take the victory. Nice dig by Cammie Stork, and now there's Aubrey Schweizow with one with a little bit too much mustard on it. Goes out of bounds. 4-1 is the lead now for St. Albert. Cyclone's going to go to Schweizow again, and that one's down for the point. 4-2. Cyclones down 2. As Ava Munson rotates back to serve now for Harlan Community. Ava, the senior, sends it over for Harlan Community. A little short set for St. Albert. And they're going to say that number 5 was in the net, they're saying. But that was like ages after she had to be in there. Aubrey had already made her transition to her hitter spot. So a little late whistle there on the Cyclones. 5-2 is the score. Cyclones trail by 3. Lily Cron back to serve now for St. Albert. Nice. Cyclones keeping it alive here, and there's going to be a dump over by Mueller. Benet at the net gets blocked, and it's going to be just a free ball over by the Cyclones. Now St. Albert in system. They're going to go to Benet again, and the Cyclones don't handle the cross-court attack there, and they're down 6-2. Cron to serve for St. Albert. She puts it right in the net for a Cyclone point at 6-3 now. Cyclones trail by 3. Rotating now in for the Cyclones. I think there's a rotation error here somewhere. This isn't the normal one. Hope Preston serving there for the Cyclones. A little cross-court attack action. There we go. So Emerson Reichel went in, and I don't think it was, there we go. And now Hope Preston and Carly Tornaton are the substitutes that normally go in and out for each other. 7-3 is the score. Cyclones down by 4. Got substitutes going on both sides of the net here. Well, the bookkeeping done on the substitutes. We're finally ready for play as number 5, Georgie Benet, rotates back to serve for St. Albert. It's going to be in a free ball over by the Cyclones. Evzik with the attack, and there's a block at the net by Schweizow and Rust. 7-4. Cyclones trail by 3. Emerson Reichel rotates back to serve for the Cyclones. And there's going to be, that's 4 touches. That didn't clear the net. So hitting error on St. Albert has the Cyclones within 2 at 7-5. Reichel with the serve again. That one's long out of bounds. 8-5 St. Albert. As number 17, Libero. Ellie Monahan rotates back to serve for the visitors. Cyclones are going to go to Einesen, and now Mueller is going to hit one long out of bounds, hitting error on the Cyclones. 9-5. Cyclones back down by 4. Monahan with the serve. Erica Rust, nice job as there was a little bit of an overpass. So Mueller all of a sudden tips it back into play, and Rust is right there to push it to the back row and get the Cyclone point at 6-9. Cyclones within 3. Cami Stork with a nice serve to the back row. Evzek with the kill attempt, dug by the Cyclones. Going to be a free ball over by St. Albert. See if the Cyclones can use this. They're going to get it. They're going to play it. They're going to say it was 4 touches, which is the right call. It just was about 3 minutes too late. 10-6. Cyclones trail by 4. Cyclones had to get a spark here and get things going. They've made some comebacks in each one of the first 2 sets. Free ball over by Harlan Community. Henricks at the net, gets it over. Cyclone's going to go to Sammy Einesen. Sammy Einesen off the block with her attack. She gets the kill. 10-7. Cyclones trail by 3. Hope Preston back into the lineup now for Harlan Community. Service error by the Cyclones. Cyclones back down by 4, 11-7. As number 12, Naomi Sherrill, goes back to the service line. We're going to go out to Hope Preston, and the left-hander hits it a little long out of bounds. 12-7. Cyclones now trail by 5 midway through this 3rd set. Sherrill to serve for St. Albert. And there's going to be a serve-receive error, and I think Ellie Crease is going to say, let's take a timeout, as it's 13-7. St. Albert leading by 6 now, as we want to take a timeout and thank some sponsors as well for making this live broadcast come to you, and on a rebroadcast basis as well later, those being Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex, Hanson House Senior Living, Shelby County State Bank, Conductix Wampler, Polly Jones Funeral Home, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Keast Auto Center, KNOD Radio, Cyclone Lanes, and United Bank of Iowa. So thank you to those folks. And we're going to come out of the timeout where the Saints from St. Albert have a 6-point lead over your Harlan Community Cyclones, 13-7. So number 12, Naomi Sherrill, is at the service line for St. Albert. And there's a bit of an overpass, and St. Albert was able to make an attack on that overpass, and the Saints have doubled up the Cyclones 14-7. Time to go here for Harlan Community in this 3rd set. Hope Preston with a nice swing. Cyclone's going to go to Sammy Einesen with a little roll shot. Back set for the Cyclones. Now all of a sudden to Hope Preston. She roll shots it over for Harlan Community. And then it's Benet with the hammer off the block of Ava Munson for the Saint point, 15-7. Cyclones trail by 8. Cheryl again at the service line. (16-7). Cyclones now trail by 9. And there's, nice job of keeping things alive. That hit the tape and barely fell over. That was Hope Preston keeping it alive for the Cyclones. Going to go over to Ava Munson. Ava Munson with the tip at the net. Now with the cross-court kill attempt, that is number 10, Molly Wise. She hits it into the net for the Cyclone point. 16-8. Cyclones trail by 8. Sammy Einesen back at the service line for Harlan Community. They're going to go outside to Bonet. Cyclones keeping it alive. They're going to go back row attack. And that was Sammy Einesen who crossed the line. So she can't cross that 10-foot line. Nice attack, but her foot was just across that 10. Her foot was across that 10-foot line, which makes it an illegal attack. So 18-7, St. Albert. And there's Ava Munson. And that's blocked, but keeping it alive was Aubrey Schwiezow. Now Hope Preston, a little bit of a roll shot, the left-hander, and there's a tip at the net. Cyclones keeping it alive. Aubrey Schwiezow. And that one is going to go to the Saints, as they say the ball didn't cross the net for a touch, but went into the net, so it's 4 touches. And it's 18-8 in favor of St. Albert. Cyclones decide to take another timeout and regroup here a little bit. Cyclones, again, have a 2-0 lead over the visiting Saints from St. Albert. It's best out of 5 here tonight in Hawkeye 10 play. Cyclones won set 1, 25-20, and won set 2, 25-21. However, they trail in set 3, 18-8, as Hendricks is back at the service line for the Saints. Schwiezow with the tip at the net. Now it's going to get pushed over. Stort keeping it alive. It's going to be a kill attempt by Munson. Now a free ball over by St. Albert. Cyclones in system, and there's Schwiezow with the little roll shot. And have a little limp hit there by St. Albert, but it finds the void, and it's 19-8. Cyclones trail by 11. Free ball over by the Cyclones. Now St. Albert in attack mode, and that's Benet from the outside. The Cyclones are now going to have Schwiezow hit it. And that's long, out of bounds. 20-8. Cyclones now trail by 12. And Hendricks at the service line. Ball's up in the rafters. Free ball over by Schwiezow. And that's going to be a free ball over by St. Albert. Cyclones in system here. Got to do something with it. And that is Hope Preston with the swing. And now Schwiezow is going to hit it. And off the attack, it comes back on the Cyclone side of the net and lands in. And it's 21-8 Saints. St. Albert's going to go out to Benet. Benet with the attack, and it's 22-8. St. Albert. Each team had it rolling in with some momentum. Set 1, it was the Cyclones. Set 2 was the Cyclones with the momentum midway and through the end of the set number 2, taking both sets from St. Albert. And in set number 3, it's St. Albert with the momentum that the Cyclones haven't quite been able to break yet. There's Squeeze out down the line, but wide out of bounds. And it's 23-8. And somehow the horn went off there, and for no reason, but we're ready for play. And there's a little tip at the net. Cyclones keeping it alive here. They're back. Gonna (24-8) is the score. Hendricks with the serve. Back set to Munson. Munson down the line, good. 24-9. Cyclones got to get some things rolling here in set number 3, see if they can make a big comeback, and if nothing else, get some momentum rolling into set number 4. Again, it's best out of 5, so the first team to win 3 sets, and the Cyclones already lead 2-0, but they're in danger here in set number 3 of giving one to St. Albert. Roll shot by Schweizow. Benet with the cross-court kill attempt, dug by Einesen. Back set to Preston. Preston with the attack. Free ball over by St. Albert. Cyclones got to go here in system. They're going to go to Rust, and Rust is going to hammer one down off the block. 24-10. Munson at the service line. Nice serve there by Ava. Roll shot by Bonet. There's going to be a dump attack by Mueller attempt. Now a kill attempt that's going to be good by Molly Weiss, and that's going to close out set number 3, 25-10, which goes to St. Albert. So we're going to come back here in a moment and be ready for set number 4. You're watching Cyclone Volleyball on HLTV, Channel 15. Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Getting ready for set number 4. Cyclones have a 2-1 set lead over the Saints. First team to win 3 sets wins the match. So we'll see if the Cyclones can get things going here in set 4. They won set number 1, 21-20. They won set number 2, 25-21. And then they dropped set number 3, 10-25 to St. Albert. Sammy Einesen, the service error into the net, gives the point to St. Albert. Hendricks back to the service line for the Saints. Ava Munson with the kill and point. Ava to tie things up at 1 apiece for the Cyclones. Munson now to serve for the Cyclones. They're going to go to Bonet. Dug by Einesen, kept alive by Mueller. And then there's one that's on the line. Yes! And it's right on the line in Cyclones with the point there. Nice job of keeping things alive, Harlan Community, and they take a 2-1 lead. Ava to serve there again. They're going to back set, dug by Munson. And now here's Hope Preston, the left-hander, dug by Monahan in the back row. There's one that falls into the void of the Cyclone defense to tie things up at 2 apiece here in set number 4. Rotating back to serve for St. Albert is Lily Cron. Erica Rust with the kill attempt. Now to Benet, and off the block of Erica Rust. They're going to go back to Benet. She's going to roll shot it again, blocked by Rust. And Harlan Community with the 3-2 lead over St. Albert as Carly Tornaton enters the Cyclone lineup and rotates back to serve. Cyclones by 1. And there's going to be an attack at the net, and it can't be dug in the back row by the Cyclones, and things are tied up at 3 apiece. Number 5, Georgie Benet to serve for St. Albert. And there's going to be a short serve that ends up being an ace for St. Albert, and now they have a 1-point lead at 4-3. Benet with the serve. There's going to be Rust at the net and a kill for Harlan Community, and things are tied up 4-4. Into the Cyclone lineup, number 11, Emerson Reichel. She will serve for the Cyclones. And they're going to go, thought they were going to go to the middle hitter, Evzek. And there is Evzek, the 6'4" blocker. Knocking down the attack of Sammy Einison, and they take a 5-4 lead, does St. Albert. There's one that hits the tape. Monahan with the ace serve, and it's a 2-point lead for St. Albert, 6-4. There's Rust. And she puts the hammer down off the back set. Cyclones 5, Saints 6. Cammie Stork to serve for the Cyclones. And it's just going to be a roll shot into the net. Number 12, Naomi Sherrill with the hitting error and ties things up 6 apiece. As Stork is still at the line for the Cyclones. Unforced error by Harlan Community serving into the net. 7-6. St. Albert by 1. Ella Klusman to serve for St. Albert. An ace serve by Klusman. 8-6. Cyclones trail by 2. Cyclones get it to Ava Munson. Hitting error there for Munson as it goes into the net. 9-6 St. Albert. St. Albert with the serve. Cyclones are going to go to Sammy Einesen. Her attack goes long, out of bounds. 10-6. Cyclones trail by 4. There's going to be an overpass. Cyclones able to keep it alive, and there's going to be Ava Munson, and that one's going to fall off the St. Albert block. Cyclones needed a point there as they trail by 3, 10-7. Cyclones got to go here in set 4. They have a 2-1 set lead. Another service error for the Cyclones. Mueller hits it in the net. 11-7 is the score. St. Albert with the lead. Officials will the whistle ready for play. Ace serve for St. Albert. 12-7. And Harlan Community wants to take a timeout as the Cyclones trail by 5, 12-7 here in set number 4. And as the Cyclones take a timeout on the floor, we want to take some time to thank our sponsors, those being United Bank of Iowa, Cyclone Lanes, KNOD Radio, Keist Auto Center, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Polly Jones Funeral Home, Conductix Wampler, Shelby County State Bank, Hanson House Senior Living, and the Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. So out of the timeout, Cyclones trail by 4, 11-7. For some reason we had it 12-7, but they have 11-7 on the scoreboard. So we'll go with that. And here's Hope Preston. And that's off the block. And now they say it's 12-7. Number 12, Naomi Sherrill with the serve. Cyclone's going to go to Sammy Einesen from the right side. Now it's going to be a free ball over. Cyclones trying to keep it alive. Little roll shot blocked at the net. Now it's going to be a free ball. Little roll shot over. Cyclones can't get it dug in the back row. 14-7 is the score. So now all of a sudden they get that phantom point that was missing there before caught up. Cyclones trail by 7. $15-7. Cyclones have kind of gone flat here a little bit in both set 3 and 4. They got to get things turned around here in this 4th set. Again, it's best out of 5. Cyclones leading 2-1. And it's out of bounds. 15-8. Cyclones trail by 7 on the scoreboard. Sammy Einesen rotates back to serve. I'm trying to get things situated at the score table here. And finally whistled ready for play as it's 15-8. Cyclones trail by 7. Sammy Einesen at the service line. And there's almost an ace serve, but St. Albert does a nice job of coming away with the save. Henricks with the cross-court kill and is good. And the Cyclones are doubled up on the scoreboard, 16-8. Henricks at the service line for St. Albert. And there's Hope Preston, the pushover, and St. Albert isn't quite ready for that, and the Cyclones get the point, 16-9. Cyclones trail by 7. They got to get things going here in set number 4 and take command here. Attack from the backside. Cyclones just kind of playing a little tentative here in this 4th set, and in the 3rd one they're very aggressive in the sets 1 and 2. 17-9. Trailing by 8. They're going to go to Erica Rust, and Erica Rust hammers it down for the point. 17-10. Cyclones got to go now and make a run right here as Carly Tornaton comes in to serve for Harlan Community. That one goes long, out of bounds. Service error on the Cyclones. Cyclones just giving up way too many unforced errors. And to the Saints, 18-10 in favor of St. Albert. Number 5, Georgie Benet to serve. Cyclone's going to go to Erica Rust. Monahan does a nice job of keeping that one alive. Roll shot over by St. Albert. Cyclones in system. They're going to go to Erica Rust. And Erica Rust hits one off the top of the head of Georgie Benet. 18-11. Cyclones trail by 7. And some substitute into the game now, and that is Emerson Reichel comes in for number 5, Aubrey Schwiezow. Reichel with the serve. Cross-court attack, and that's in. (19-11). Cyclones trail by 8 as Monahan rotates back to serve. There's Rust. Hitting air for the Cyclones as they now go down by 9, 22-11. And Coach Ellie Crease wants to take another timeout. So we are in set number 4 here. Cyclones won set 1, 25-20. They won set number 2, 25-21. And in set 3, St. Albert came out and made a statement and won 25-10. And here in set number 4, St. Albert has the lead 20-11. So the Cyclones have won 2 sets. St. Albert has won 1. And we're in set number 4 where St. Albert has a 20-11 lead. Again, it's best out of 5. Cyclones can win this 4th set. It's over. If St. Albert wins it, it's tied 2-2, and we'll go to set number 5. There's an outside attack to Sammy Einesen. But right there waiting for is 6'4" Missy Evzik with the block. Monahan with the serve. That goes out of bounds. It's 21-12. Cyclones trail by 9. Cami Stork to serve for Harlan Community. Evzek with the little slap shot. And Cyclones can't keep that alive in the back row. 22-12. Number 4, Ellie Klusman to serve for the Saints. There's an ace serve for St. Albert, 23-12. Klusman again with the serve, hits the top of the net, falls over, and it's 24-12. They're going to go to Ava Munson, and off the block, Ava's attack goes out of bounds off the St. Albert hands. It gives the Cyclones the point, 24-13. Cyclones trailing. A little free ball over. Cyclones are going to go. A little dump shot. Now cross-court attack. Cyclones going to go to Hope Preston, and Hope Preston with a cross-court attack. The left-hander, free ball over by St. Albert. Cyclones going to bump set it to Ava. Ava will free ball it over off the net. Pushed to the back row by St. Albert. Cyclones now going to get it to Munson. The ball is getting tapped around, kept alive. And there's Hope Preston. And Ellie Monahan makes a nice hustle play to the back row, but can't keep it alive for St. Albert. And the score is 24 for St. Albert, 14 for Harlan Community. And there's one that's dumped over the net, and that's going to be set 4 going to St. Albert, 25-14. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for set number 5 here on HLTV, Channel 15.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keist Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa. Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Cool Gold 105.3 FM, Tano D in Harlan, Iowa.
Family, service, community. SCSB.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment, including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Getting ready for set 5 here of Hawkeye 10 volleyball action. Cyclones won set 1 and 2. St. Albert won set 3 and 4. So we're here to break the tie in set number 5. We're only going to 15, so can't dig yourself a hole and got to gain some momentum right off the bat. And there's one up in the rafters. Cyclones do keep it alive. Ava Munson's going to free ball that over at the net. There's a little dump. by St. Albert getting the point there as they take the lead early here in set number 5, 1-0. Ace serve for St. Albert as they lead 2-0. When Cyclones have serve received here tonight, whether it was in our match against Glenwood or St. Albert, they've done well. When the Cyclones have gone into a little bit of a lull, it's when our serve receive gets us out of system. 2-1 is the St. Albert lead. Sammy Einison going back to serve for Harlan Community. Nice serve by Einison. They're going to go to Benet. Benet with the cross-court attack, dug by Einison. Back set by Preston. Free ball over. Cyclones in system here. They're going to go short set to Ava Munson. Kept alive. And now Aubrey Schwiezow. And Aubrey Schwiezow gets the point. And things are tied up at 2 apiece. Einison at the service line for Harlan Community. They're going to go to Benet. Cyclones keep it alive. Now a little roll shot over by Schwiezow. Dug by Stork. Cyclones on the attack. Free ball over by Monahan. And there's Ava Munson with the kill attempt, but it's blocked. And the hitting error by the Cyclones. That one goes out of bounds. St. Albert with the lead, 3-2. Henricks with the serve. Gonna be Ava Munson, and that's down the line, good. And things are tied up at 3 apiece. Cyclones got to go now. Right now, Cyclones got to step up and just take charge of this 5th set. Ava Munson back at the service line, out on the floor right now for the Cyclones. Munson, Mueller, Einison, Schwiezow, Preston, and Rust. Bunch of hitters out there for the Cyclones, so we'll see if we can make some hay with this rotation. There's Aubrey Schwiezow with the kill attempt, kept alive by St. Albert. Another unforced error by the Cyclones with the ball hitting the floor. (4-3) St. Albert. St. Albert does us a favor and gives the point right back. 4-4, things are tied up. Into the Cyclone lineup now is Carly Tornaton. Cyclones lose a hitter in this rotation with Hope Preston going out, but they gain a back row player and Carly Tornaton. Service error on the Cyclones now as that one goes out of bounds. Teams back and forth giving each other points on unforced errors. 5-4. St. Albert at the service line, Georgie Benet for the Saints. Free ball over by the Cyclones. (6-4) after the attack by St. Albert. Benet is still at the service line for the Saints. They have a 2-point lead, 6-4. Mueller keeping that one alive off the dig by Stork. Nice job there by Einison keeping it alive. A little roll shot over. Cyclones in system. Got to go here. Got to make something of this. And there's Erica Rust. Ellie Monahan, one of the top liberos in the conference, keeping that one alive. And they're going to go to Sweezow. And Sweezow with a nice swing on it. Again, free ball over. Cyclones still in system. And they're going to go to Rust. And that one goes into the net. 7-4, Saints lead by 3. Cyclones, at this juncture in the game, it's in match really for that matter. It gets down to not giving up unforced error points to the opponent. So from here on out, it's 7-4. Cyclones got to limit those. Benet with the serve. Cyclones get it to Erica Rust, and she hits it long out of bounds. Unforced error on the Cyclones. That makes it 8-4. 8-4 in favor of St. Albert. A little overpass. Cyclones keeping it alive here. Got to free ball it over. The Saints in system, and they're going to have an outside attack blocked by the Cyclones. A little roll shot over the top of the block. Cyclones are going to go to Aubrey Sweezow, and Aubrey Sweezow gets the point. Nice kill by the Cyclones there, 8-5. Cyclones down 3, and again, need to go now. It's to 15 here, set number 5. Little roll shot, and that's 4 touches, as that didn't touch the block. There's unforced error number 2, since it was 7-4 by St. Albert, and the Cyclones are within 2, 8-6. And there's one that's in. And the Cyclones are within 1, 8-7. Unforced error point number 3 by St. Albert. 3-1 on unforced error points since it was 7-4. Nice serve there by the Cyclones, and they've tied it up 8-8. So they've come back from down 8-4 to tie it up. They're on a 4-point run here. See if Reichel can keep things going from the service line. And it's outside the antenna. And another unforced error by St. Albert. And the Cyclones have stormed back here in set 5 to take a 1-point lead, 9-8. We got a good one going here at Harlan Community High School gym in this Hawkeye 10 volleyball matchup between your Harlan Community Cyclones and the Saints from St. Albert. Cyclones won set number 1, 25-20. They took set number 2, 25-21. But then were defeated in set 3, 25-10. And were defeated in set 4, 25-14 by St. Albert. St. Albert got out to a lead here in set number 5, 8-4, but the Cyclones have come back to take a 9-8 lead here in set number 5. Remember, we go to 15, and there's an ace serve by Reichel. Hits the top of the net, and it falls over, and the Cyclones benefit from the net there, and now they lead by 2 as they were once down 4. Sometimes that net is your friend, and we said sometimes it's your foe, depending on how it falls. We're going to go to senior hitter Sammy Einesen for the point, and it is 11-8. Cyclones, again, down 4 at 8-4, have now outscored St. Albert 7-0 as they've taken an 11-8 lead here in set number 5, and they're going over to that back row with the serve. Cyclones in system, and they're going to go outside to Sammy Einison again, leading senior hitter. And they're going to have a little dump shot there. Roll shot over by St. Albert. Cyclones got to regroup here and stay in system. And then there's a cross-court kill by St. Albert. Cyclones still maintain an 11-9 lead. They lead by 2 as number 17, Ellie Monahan, rotates back to serve for the Saints. And that one's in. When you let things like that go, you better make sure she's out. And it was right on the line. Point goes to St. Albert, 11-10. Cyclones still lead by 1. They cannot give up any more unforced error points to St. Albert at this juncture. (11-11) now. So now the Saints have come back and they're on a 3-point run to tie things up here in set number 5. They're going to go to Erica Rust, and Erica Rust says enough of that. I'm putting the Cyclones on my back, and we're going to get ahead here. And they lead by 1, 12-11 here in set number 5. Cammie Stork back to serve for the Cyclones. And Cyclones can't handle the attack from the outside there of number 12, Naomi Sherrill, and it's tied up at 12 apiece. Number 4, Ella Klusman to serve for St. Albert. Free ball over by Ava, and that's a good decision by Ava. She gets it over. And that was called out. Thought Ava made a good decision and just free balled it down the line there, but it was just wide out of bounds. So Ava was not trying to be too aggressive. Nice play there by Ava, just missed by inches, and it's 13-12. Cyclones trail by 1. Ella Klusman to serve for the Saints. There's Ava Munson with the push at the net. There's a tip at the net. And it's 14-12. St. Albert 1 point away from taking the match. Cyclones got to dig deep here. There's the serve. It's just going to have to be a free ball over here by the Cyclones. There's going to be one tight at the net. And the Cyclones keep it alive there. Nice job by Tornate Mueller and Stork. Cyclones not in system, but can just free ball this over or hammer it down. And there's Sammy Einison getting the Cyclones back within 1, 13-14. Cyclones trail by 1. There's a roll shot, and that's going to be it. And the Cyclones go down to the Saints from St. Albert, 15-13 in set number 5. Cyclones got out to a 2-0 lead and then got swept in the last three. So Cyclones won 25-20, 25-21, and then lost 25-10, 25-14, and then in set number 5 lost 15-13. Cyclones played well with some things there, had some stretches where they played real well, and we just drop a tough one here, but some things to build on. And we'll move forward. Cyclones play in the Whole Western Christian Tournament this weekend and then play against Kemper Catholic next week to round out the season and then postseason play. So it has been Jonathan North on the camera, Bill Mueller on the play-by-play. You've been watching Cyclone Volleyball on HLTV, Channel 15, where it's always great to be a Cyclone.